Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The FBI is investigating an officer-involved shooting in Pine Ridge. Just after 3 p.m. Thursday, officers with the Oglala Sioux Tribe Department of Public Safety were called to the area of Wolfhound Road for reports of gunshots. Once on scene, officers found a man who had a gun and refused to cooperate.
He then went into his home and refused to listen to law enforcement commands. Several hours later, authorities say the man came outside and fired at officers. He was shot by police and arrested. The officers were not hurt. Well, it didn't take long for Rapid City authorities to arrest a robbery suspect early Thursday morning. A 35-year-old man is accused of robbing a store around midnight.
A short time later, a deputy spotted a person matching the suspect's description and made an arrest. Zachary Neely of Rapid City is being charged with second-degree robbery. The second person involved in a crash west of Keystone has died. Just after 3 p.m. last Friday, a trike motorcycle was heading west on Old Hill City Road when the driver failed to take a sharp corner. The vehicle left the road and both the driver and passenger were thrown.
The driver, 64-year-old Michael Kruger, was pronounced dead at the scene. The passenger, 58-year-old Kendra Wartendijk, suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken to a Rapid City hospital. She died on Tuesday. South Dakota, the Highway Patrol is investigating that crash. Well, turning to weather now, more rain may move through parts of KELOLAND today.
But will there be more during the holiday weekend? Let's find out with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. I think today, vast majority of the rain will be in western South Dakota, and looking forward, probably less chances as we head down the road. Let's first of all look at where we're at now after some of yesterday's rain being put into this map. Look at the change. The last 30 days, that takes in the vast majority of August and now the first couple days of September. And yeah, we've made some progress. Certainly, this has been the best month for rain out of any this summer by far. And we'll see what September brings us the rest of the month. But I do think we're probably ending a little of this cycle of rain for some of us, but not yet for the West. You see how we've got showers and thunderstorms in the Black Hills area this morning, and that'll continue to be off and on through the afternoon. In fact, more development is pretty likely by 5 o'clock this evening. We'll track that and the rest of your Labor Day weekend in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Brian. Starting next week, students and staff in the Huron School District will be required to wear masks. That's according to a letter from the superintendent of schools.
This comes after the Beadle County COVID-19 Task Force changed their position from strongly recommend masking to strongly recommend changing to threshold 3 yellow for schools in Huron. This threshold requires masks. The change will take effect on Tuesday. Now, this came on the same day that the South Dakota State Fair got underway in Huron.
Hy-Vee is offering COVID-19 vaccines all 5 days of the fair. The vaccination clinics are open from noon to 4 p.m. at the Hy-Vee Healthy U Mobile, which is parked across from the Centennial Stage. You can pick between the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines. Hy-Vee is also offering flu shots at the fair. KELOLAND Media Group's annual pet food drive is currently underway. We're collecting dry Purina dog, cat, kitten, and puppy chow for the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society.
You have until 2 o'clock this afternoon to drop off your donation outside of our studio on Phillips Avenue. Volunteers will be on hand to help out. We'll be accepting cash donations for the shelter as well.
The city of Sioux Falls needs your help to clean up the Big Sioux River. The annual cleanup is set for Saturday, September 25th, 9 a.m. until noon. Volunteers can choose which areas of the Big Sioux River Greenway they'd like to work on.
Gloves, trash bags, and maps will be provided. You don't have to sign up ahead of time, and all ages are welcome. We've provided a list of all the areas along the river that you can help clean up right here on KELOLAND.com. That's a look at our top stories this morning.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we look at weather, let's take one last look at that rain in western South Dakota. And the thinking today is that that area will be the most active as we have some clouds left over East River especially. It's going to be hard to thin those out completely. I would say maybe a few peaks of sun here and there. And as we roll into the afternoon, at least mid to late day, Pierre gets a little rain, maybe Aberdeen a sprinkle. Better shot of showers and thunderstorms regrouping there in western South Dakota this evening with this latest system. And you'll see during the overnight, some of that's going to cross over into eastern South Dakota, but much less intense. That would be a good way to phrase that. I think Sioux Falls at best about a 20% chance of rain. And then we kind of want to clear that out starting early in the morning. In fact, decreasing clouds are expected on your forecast as we go through Saturday, and it'll be a nice day with highs in the 70s. Few low 80s in the west, and then we'll gear up for a warming trend just in time for Labor Day. In fact, we could even be back to the 90s in parts of western South Dakota. As of right now, we're forecasting 90 in Rapid, but we might add on a couple degrees to that. Even Sioux Falls will be back in the 80s, so we'll be able to, see some summer-like weather, right, for the unofficial ending of summer. We have 72 today in Mitchell, 72 in Yankton. Now your 7-day forecast. A lot of dry weather next week, Sunday through Thursday. It looks like the pattern much quieter than the past 7 days. So if you're cleaning up storm damage or just in general catching up on some yard chores and those kinds of things, the weather should be cooperative for that. Aberdeen also in the upper 70s Sunday, very pleasant, mid 80s on Monday. And we're going to forecast highs into the 80s to near 90-degree levels in Pierre on Monday. And Rapid City, as mentioned there, we might have one more shot at 90s in this 7-day forecast. Check out the latest coverage with our Storm Center update posted right now at KELOLAND.com, and have yourself a great weekend.